a game that United fans wanted called off. They said the weather, the snow, it's not safe for the fans. But I feel like the feeling before and after the game is probably completely different. Coach Cam's talk to me. How do you feel about the result in the moment right now? And then we'll get into your perspective, everyone, talk about performances. But how do you feel about the result? Obviously, it was a four-match losing streak going into this game.
Yeah.
You're going into the belly of the beast against a team that are, you know, they don't show mercy.
Yeah.
Going to Anfield in the snow. But to come away with a draw, 2-2, and arguably potentially have chances to win the game.
Amarin's unbeaten in 2025 you know what I mean?
Pick
up Amarin, unbeaten running.
Coming. Nah, do you know what? I feel it's a weird one because going into the game, I would have taken a draw. You know what I mean? I would have taken a draw, and I even said on my YouTube, I said if Manchester United get a result, I would do a forfeit of the fans' choice, of the supporters' choice, and there was one that I agreed with, which is I would say that I would do an eulogy on why Mo Salah is better than Thierry Henry. And then that's how much I didn't think we're going to get a result. But here we are, we got a result. And do you know what? I'm actually kind of disappointed. I'm actually walking away from Anfield a little bit disappointed. I think we could have won that game, bro. You look at the chance at the end with Maguire. Of course, Van Dijk had a chance as well. Listen, but I'm talking about the context of the game. You know, it wasn't a game where it's, oh, we're backs against the wall, snatch and grab. We gave it to Liverpool today. We actually competed toe to toe with Liverpool. And it's always a talk like, you know, if you go band for band with Liverpool, you're going to get 5, 6. It wasn't a game like that. We were pretty controlled. We kept possession and we built up. And I think with Rasmus Højlund's chance, we should have scored earlier in the game. And at the end, you know what I mean? It's 2-2. Xerxes puts the pass. I don't think it was the greatest pass, but I think he made the right decision. Some people are saying shoot, but he made the right decision. But the pass quality wasn't that good. But Maguire still got to get that on target. Surely. So I'm walking away from the game. How did I end the game? I ended the game on the floor with my hands in my hand. That's how much I thought we could have won it. So in a way, I'm disappointed, but I'm also proud of the team as well, man, honestly.
Yeah.
There was a dagger there. Make no mistake.
You were saying that.
I was saying it for like the last 10-15 minutes. There was a dagger. I was screaming for a Nunes dagger because you said it with the Fed families for a long time. Like he needed that. We needed that. And look, on the balance of play, when you deep it, I think Man United, they stuck to the task today. You know, there's been a lot of questions about, you know, their mentality, the ability, the players. Are they able to fit into the system? Have they got the right balance at this moment in time? And they're far from the finished article, but they're playing a Liverpool team that are on up. The trajectory, we know where we're going. We know what the aim is this season. Liverpool, the players know that they're setting the stall out early. We want to win this league now. So from a team's perspective of wanting to win the league, did we do enough today? Absolutely not. There was a lot of below par, you know, performances, and we'll unpack it. We'll get into certain players, I'm sure. But I think we will. He can't wait for that. But no, when you were on like, you know, trying to be objective and look at, you think, you know, the draw is a fair result. At the end, I would have happily got that game called off and just moved it down the road. But I think when I look at it from the way the weekend's panned out, it's not the worst result in isolation.
You're not disappointed though that you did not capitalise on Arsenal, because I think this is the second time that Arsenal have dropped points and you guys haven't?
We haven't done it as well.
You haven't maxed out.
I mean, but
you still got the game in hand.
We've still got the game in hand. We've still got a gap. So it's not one of those moments where Liverpool fans need to lose the shit and lose their heads in any way, shape or form. But from this is the biggest game for us of the season. I don't care. I'll be real. I don't care where Man U are. Man U can be in a relegation battle for. They are still our closest rivals. They are the team that I want to get the dub over every single time. So the fact that we didn't, I'm disappointed. And I think the players, the thing for me is, I've said it a number of times, Man U have got this knack for dragging Liverpool down to their level. If we can't play out, you said there, you go toe to toe with Liverpool and you're gonna get popped off the park. It doesn't work like that. From a Liverpool fan perspective, it doesn't work like that. We get dragged down to your level more often than we overcome that little bit of adversity. And I think that is a shock that Slot hasn't experienced yet. So it's a little bit of a wake-up call for him in some respects. But I still think there was an opportunity there for us to make that statement. too much complacency though.
That's the nature of
it seemed like you lot didn't almost get out of like second gear. It felt like at times, and it was like individual moments that were kind of getting you the equaliser through the game, and it was weird. I don't know how you lot managed to do it.
It's credit to us, man. I think it's credit to us.
I remember you lot used to have the knack against us against City a while back, and FA Cup semis. Now you think about it, FA Cup semi as well. I remember, and I'm just like, how do these jammy lot always able to just pull it out in a game like this?
There's two parts. We always say that derby games, big games, form goes out the window a little bit. And last week you kind of playfully said that's not the case anymore with where United are. But there has been a lot made of the whole United and training session thing. And Amorim came in and he said, listen, the more training sessions I get, the more I'm going to be able to get these guys to understand my identity. Apparently there were training sessions this week where you actually could do
First full week.
And you looked at the performance, there was a lot of people that they looked a bit more comfortable in what they're doing, or the ideas that came forward. If we're looking at performances, Bruno's performance was arguably one of the best he's done for a long time. Martinez's performance, even away from the goal, good performance. It shows that for the United fans that are saying that we need to stick with this, there is potential upside.
Look, the thing is, we showed ourselves against Man City as well, spirited performance. I think Arsenal, I think it was spirited, but at the same time, we didn't really offer anything going forward, right? But we showed the compactness. We showed we can make it difficult. Arsenal scored 2 set pieces, dunked on us or whatever. However, this is Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool. Top 3 of the best teams in the league that I've just said, right?
Yeah.
And we've shown something. I don't know if we haven't played you under Amorim yet, but it's the games against the lower teams. It's the games against the lower teams. So one thing we're seeing is, okay, we can sit up against these bigger teams and we can maybe get a result. But against the lower teams, when you have to have the onus to go and win the game, when you have to be the ones to show that level of quality, we don't do it yet. But I think in a game like this, I think we walked into it. Obviously, there was a lot of talk about Liverpool are going to smash us.
Do you think it's a pride thing, though?
It's a pride thing, because as much as you lot are saying that Liverpool maybe didn't get out of gear, United were playing with our hearts out, bro.
Yeah.
Ugarte today, my goodness, bro. Hey, yo, this guy's ball recovery, yo. All NBA, all first team defense, bro. First team. I'm telling you, this guy is clamping. Bruno's performance today, as you mentioned, not only was it spirited, bro. Bruno was dribbling. Bruno, I've never seen Bruno dribble in my life. Bruno was dribbling. Bruno was getting about. He was sending passes across the pitch. Little reverse one to Martinez. Kobe started the game pretty poorly, sloppy passes, grew into it, and then you saw a level of control. And that's the one thing about Man United, right? And Amorim said this team needs to be better at controlling, because emotional control and on the pitch, we lose our heads too much. And we almost lost it when you guys went 2-1. Maguire had that little foul to Salah, I think it was. Yeah. We started fighting, pushing, and I was like, "Oh, this could turn here. It might go 3.
But it looked like Liverpool were going to go through the
your performances. Yeah. I genuinely think that we kind of forced that. I'm not going to lie.
You speak on a couple there. I felt like you lot went down that left-hand side as well. There was like a point in the game where you lot realised, we're having some success down this side. Send it to Dallo. And Dallo, who this season hasn't really been at the races. This was one of them games. But then on the other side, you had Trent, who obviously the past couple of weeks they've been talking about talks of Madrid, potential, January's now approached. He's open to talk to it. Did today look like one of them games where you felt like his head wasn't in it? Because obviously this past week, as I imagine, he's probably had to deal with a lot of stuff online as well. But do you felt like that's maybe had a knock-on effect? Sorry, what does that say? My eyesight is horrible.
Slot said that Trent was playing bad due to Gravenberch and the quality of Dallo, who isn't even a left back.
Gravenberch, please do the head.
Whoa.
Protect Trent.
Protect the breadwinner.
Protect.
He's too busy rolling Kobe. I know you saw that a couple times.
Kobe had him today. He had it one moment, but Kobe had him today. I don't care.
Listen, you leave Grav alone, yeah?
Nah,
but talk to me about Trent.
The way I frame it is the fact that, like, Trent has never been in this situation before, like, as a professional. He's had every opportunity with Liverpool to be on that pathway to become a Liverpool legend and a great. And for whatever reason, and obviously because of the talent and the level that he's operated at for a number of years now, Madrid are in his ear. Yeah. And there are not many clubs like that in world football that once they kind of get into your ear and they get into your psyche, the walls seem to start caving in. And I think it's more about a mentality thing, and not necessarily like, has he got the mentality to play at a club like that, or has he got the mentality to prove himself, but it's just I'm not used to this. This is alien to me. This noise around me and me being under the spotlight, not just purely for the footballing side of things, but my application and my future. It's never seemed to be a question. Everyone's knew that I've been loyal to Liverpool and to my boyhood club. So in today's game, it was very noticeable that his head wasn't there. And again, I think that is probably as a byproduct of the noise that has happened this week. It is going to become more increasingly because, man, you targeted him. You said it before, Dalot being on that side. It was a plan. There was a game plan there to set out, and it was if we can get in his head early enough, we can unsettle him and we can unnerve him. And one of Trent's good, his best qualities is what he does when he's on the ball and getting us forward. And when he's not really putting the balls into the box, he's not really setting anything up. He's not creating opportunities. It's always then you look at the defensive frailties from him sometimes, and I think he was exposed. And you might say, Konate just coming back from an injury as well, probably not really up to the full fitness.
Shaky today,
a little bit better, just
closing down the cross,
closing down that space, being a little bit more aggressive, which he's normally the firefighter for us. So Trent's got him to rely on in that respect. And I'd say more Konate than the Gravenberch thing because they've got that partnership of understanding that if Trent's going to wander a little bit, Konate is going to hold fort.
Is that a little bit of a concern though for the rest of the season in terms of you've got the strong title charge now ahead of you. We're halfway point of the season. Champions League, you're sitting at the top of it as well. And then midway through the season, one of your key players as well, let's not forget, is now having this kind of mental wobble.
But that's why Madrid are the biggest club in the world because they can just destable anything. Everything was.
They can do it to your boyhood.
Let me explain.
I remember though Cristiano, for example, when United came after him, he kind of ignored that. The next year, he got forced to stay on, I think, one more year. Went on to have his Ballon d'Or year, basically. That kind of mentality to still play through the noise. And because, bro, second half of the season is long, bro. You remember last year, you were involved in the title race till game week 30 odd. And then just fell away. Your 6 points ahead, one game in hand. I don't know if... I want to see a bit more mental resiliency there.
But it's what you said, though. With that, there was a decision made that stay for 1 year. With the Trent situation, there's never been a clear idea of what's going to happen.